Once again, good evening. How are you? I'm very good. Like we said in the beginning of the Mass, what are you struggling against? What are you swimming against? What have you been struggling to get past through, yet you see yourself being drawn by? We saw in the first reading, Jeremiah being punished for saying the truth. During the time of Zedekiah the king, that was when the Babylonian captivity is almost at the edge. And so Jeremiah was telling the king, you got to submit yourselves because you're going to die, because the Babylonian exile is going to be real. And so the princes were like, Jeremiah is not helping matters. He has to be punished because he's demoralizing the soldiers instead of energizing them, instead of maybe lying. So he's not patriotic. And so the king instructed that they do with him whatever they wished. Jeremiah was swimming against the current. Everybody around was singing the praises of the king. They never wanted to tell the king the truth. But Jeremiah insisted on the truth. And so he was punished. At the end of the day, Abimelech came and said, oh, come on, king. Jeremiah is going to die. And the king at the same time, because he's being pushed around, he said, okay, you can go with 3 men, get him out. But look at it. Jeremiah is being punished because of the fact that he insisted on saying the truth. He kept his mind focused on getting and saying the truth. If you have read before these chapters or these verses, you will see when the series and series of things Jeremiah went through. Something happened today, my dear wonderful friend, that I want to share with you. I hope you're not going to laugh at me. I've been struggling all this while, those who are very close to me, to learn how to swim. I'm a very big stone in the water. A very big stone. About 2,000 pounds. Whenever I get into the water, I will weigh like 2,000 pounds. Vroom! And so I have been struggling and telling people who get to know that I want to learn how to swim. Actually, in Nigeria, we don't have like extracurricular activities embedded in the school curriculum because you are struggling to get your school fees paid, to get your table fed. So any little time you have, you're going to the farm or going to do other stuff to get money for your school fees. So we don't have even facilities like pools and all those to help people do some extracurricular activities. So those who know how to swim are very lucky, especially those who have the river by their community. So they could go there and like go out and hang out and swim and do all sorts. So unfortunately, I don't have such. And so I have become a log of wood in the water. But then I guess that having this opportunity around that I could learn how to swim. In fact, I can't even walk beside the shores of the lake. I will feel like someone is pushing me at the back to get into the sea. I'm so scared of water. And so I said, but I need to swim. I need to learn how to swim because I don't know where I'm going to find myself tomorrow. So such skills could help me at least to float. And I was searching. The summary of the whole stuff is that I couldn't go to swimming lessons because they are very costly. And now I started asking for help. I'm still asking for help. Help, not for me to go to pay for swimming lessons, but those who have pools in their house, that they could help me. At least when I jump in, they could get me out. And one thing led to the other. I got in contact with Butler family, Mark, Leslie, and the daughter. And the daughter teaches how to swim. So we went for swimming lessons today. We went to the pool at the park at sorry? I think so. I don't even remember the place. But what's the next town? What's the next town? Townhouse Sleep. Townhouse Sleep at the Terry Road. I don't know the name. Good. We went there. And so, Father Vitus dressed up with all the swimming kits. Now, I got into the water and they told me what to do. I couldn't do one single thing. One single thing I couldn't. I was like shredded. And these two ladies, the daughter and the Leslie, was struggling. They don't want to tell you stories that a priest is drawn in the so you see them rejecting. But you see myself fighting against unknown fears. I want to get this done. I want to learn. But then, my muscles are very stiff. They told me to hold the edge. I was holding it so tightly. Because I felt if I slip the edge, I'm going to like... And all of a sudden, I couldn't do anything. I started feeling cold. I have to get out of the water. That's how my swimming lessons went today.
Are you going back?
I don't know about that. Someone asked me if I'm going back. I don't know about that. But I'm going to keep struggling. Now, I want to go and learn how to swim. But I was struggling with the fear of getting drowned. I was swimming against not just learning skills, but against the fear I have about water. They told me to lie down and stretch and kick my leg. I was like this. And according to the little girl, he told me once I bend if I'm not in a very straight line, I'm gonna sink. So I have to lie down, but honestly, my dear friends, I found out that swimming is one of the hardest things people could do. I may be alone on this. But the issue is that at my age, my muscles are already stiff. And I couldn't do that. Life could be that way. Everything around me is very friendly, except what I'm going through in my life. The water could be very friendly. The environment could be very friendly. The teachers could be very friendly, except the fear I have in mind. So I was actually living against everything. Sometimes our life could be struggling against everything. You find yourself all of a sudden struggling against everything. Struggling against families. Struggling against the desire for you to live. Struggling against people who want to draw you down because you want to insist on doing the right thing. So I don't know what your struggle is. It could as well be that you are struggling against maintaining to be the child of God. You see yourself wanting to do the right thing, and then you see another thing attracting you that seems to be easy. Sometimes you may see yourself struggling against the firm belief in God. Because the challenges you have in life is so threatening to your happiness that you feel that when you roll over to the other side, you'll be more happy. But then, that's not where you're supposed to be. You saw how Jeremiah was struggling against the environment. He was drawn to at least saying and lying against the right prophecy. but he chose to steal the truth. Jesus in the gospel was also struggling against all odds. That was why he said that the fire which may seem the judgment, what he has come to do, and what his disciples will be a point where whenever you stand to say the truth, or whenever you stand to become his disciple, you will see yourself being pinched against others. You will see yourself being pinched against the environment. These days, people don't even know which one is true and which one is not true. When you get out there, a whole lot of things are going on. Sometimes the bad things become the norm. And now everybody is like, when you want to do the right thing, you see yourself looking like a fool. And so we see ourselves struggling. But my dear friends, we need to keep our focus. We need to keep moving. Like they told me, keep kicking your leg, keep kicking your leg. I was like, not able to do something, but if I have to learn how to swim, I need to keep moving my legs and my arms. And I need to trust that I'm not going to sink. The moment I have to trust that water, that moment that water has to be very friendly to me. That's the only thing. But the moment I keep doubting that water will keep sending me down. The moment we keep trusting God, that's when we float on our struggle. But at that moment we keep not trusting God, we see ourselves sinking in the struggle. So find a way of focusing yourself on God so that you can fit floating on the struggle.